All right, your turn's the final question. For solving quadratics algebraically, we have x squared minus 14x equals 2x minus 64. Now, up until this point, we've been solving using the null factor law. That only works if our equation is equal to 0. So the first thing we're going to do is make our equation equal to 0. I'm going to start by subtracting 2x from both sides. That's going to give me x squared minus 16x, which is equal to negative 64. The next thing I'm going to do is add 64 to both sides. Which will give me x squared minus 16x plus 64 is equal to 0. Now that I have an equation equal to 0, I can apply the null factor law. Now this is actually a perfect square, but I can just quickly show you that if I have x and x here, and I have negative 8 and negative 8 here, okay, I will end up with negative 8x, which comes to negative 16x. I knew that both of my factors were going to be negative because the middle term is negative and the end term is positive. So I had to have a negative times a negative equals a positive. This means that my final factorized form is x minus 8 squared, but I'm going to write it again as x minus 8 is equal to 0. The reason why I'm doing that is just so you can make an observation about a square, that if you have this, you're only going to have one solution, x plus 8 equals 0, in which case x is equal to, x minus 8 is equal to 0, in which case x is equal to positive 8. And that's going to be the same for both brackets. So if you have a square, as we do in this case, x minus 8 squared, you're only going to have one solution of x equals 8. All right, good luck.